It's been the happiest 2 years of my life, and thank you for that, Steffi. You honestly changed my life for the better. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you've been with me for 2 freaking years. You're so sweet. And you'll always be thankful for that. This is why I love my community and my people. You know the ones that are loyal to you and that are supportive and just like being there for you and everything. It's people like that. It's just this is why I love doing what I do. 100% love it. Please, can anybody quite say that they get comments like that in their day? I had a comment yesterday too when I was streaming, and I think, who was it? Was it Albin? And I think it just made my day. I think Sickle had one before that. Like, there's just so many good things. So great. Guys are beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Hogwarts Legacy gameplay showcase number 2. I am late. I know. I know. But we are going to be watching it. We are going to be picking it apart. And we are going to be having a lot of fun with this. Okay, let's go ahead and start it. Let me know if the volume is too quiet, loud, whatever, as we get started here. Is this the second one? So it starts the same as the first? Ah! I want all these things. Oh, that common room looks so pretty. Beeves. Oh my god.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy Gameplay Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and I'm honored to introduce you to our panel today. First up, we have community guest host, Ben Snow.
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Thank you so much for having me.
And from the Avalanche team, we have Game Director
He's like,
Alan
yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Chu, and Systems Designer Mackenzie Toner.
Hi. Hi.
And finally,
Oh,
just
she's
off-screen
cute.
capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Coram.
Oh.
Today, we'll be giving you a taste of the open world via
that was
Broom
great.
Flight, a deeper look at combat using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, and a look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement, where we may even see some beasts. And we're starting
This is
right where
definitely
we
the
left off in
second.
our last gameplay showcase,
Yes,
just outside
okay.
Hogwarts, which I love that you can walk out of the castle.
you see his
after
outfit?
Walking through everything, and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world. And Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy.
And
too.
pizza party. It doesn't get much better than
I'm
this.
a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom and go anywhere. There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you. And just, I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground. And I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel like, the
Steffi, would you
brooms are
want to be
fun for me, not
transported
just
to
because
Hogwarts?
of all
Like
those
right
feelings
now?
of exhilaration, but because
Apparate
they're
me.
not just, I have a broom and
Take
it's
me.
done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the lower
That
right,
Hagrid's
there's
hut?
a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of flying up or flying down, you might notice it draining or not. And this isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known and advanced and everything that we know
That's
and love.
true.
This is an earlier time where they're still trying to figure out, we're not at the 3,000 yet, we're at we're at the 11.
Oh
So
my goodness, I'm just so speechless right now because this is just so beautiful. The world just looks so. By the way, the broom, is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah, so we have a shop in Hogsmeade, actually a broom shop, and
Oh.
so that
Do we
sells
can
a
buy?
variety of different brooms. And it was important to us that the player could customize themselves based on their own aesthetic. So they're purely cosmetic, but if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
yeah, and those upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom you can only fly, you can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. you can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to
Whoa.
increase that.
So you
distance
can't
from
go to the
ground.
sky?
And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is trying to perfect the broom and get better at it and know it better, and you can participate that.
Okay, so my thing is right there, does that mean that there isn't an endless ceiling about how high we can go? To me, that's what it sounded like. That because he said every time we go up, right, we only have a span. You saw how fast that bar went down, right? It was really, really fast. So that kind of makes me a little bit kind of concerned with how that's going to go. Which is, like, I find that to be pretty interesting. You can go high, just not speed boost, but you can upgrade. Okay. So we can go up, it's just you can't go up fast. That's probably why we can't have Quidditch. Yeah. Well, that's really interesting. With the broom flying, but what about mounts? Yeah. That's
and get better and better brooms through that.
And I love that mechanic
It's a good
encourages
question.
you to actually explore the world and kind of stay close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well, there's lots to explore on the ground, and so kind of keeping you down at the ground level.
And to me, it feels like it's got this kind of surfing vibe over the.
Oh my God, like I'm just like I want to snatch the controller from Andrew right now because I want to go to the mountaintop, I'm going to the forest and to that hamlet, or well I don't know if that's how it's called. I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome. We're actually gonna land here, and I feel like that you call it a hamlet is just perfect, just because that's what we refer to it as. And
Oh.
so. We all know from lore that Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village within Britain, but we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet.
I guess Hogsmeade is going to be really run down, probably. It's not going to be like the Hogsmeade we know and love. You know what I would like to actually look up is like whether there are certain buildings built in this time period, right? Like, the Hog's Head, right? Is that technically built in this time? Or is this essentially what Hogsmeade was in this? Like, I don't know those things, but it would be something we could like look up and figure out too.
Other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of, barren as you leave out this direction and that direction. And so we just imagine these different dwellings, these different.
Is this like a
smaller
whole
locations
family? They all look like
that
they're
wizards might live
related.
in out in the Scottish Highlands. And so it's those, and so we refer to those as hamlets, and they're opportunities to learn those wizard stories, how those different locations
Musical
have kind of,
family.
learn to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you'll also notice on the mini-map, like lots of little icons, and each one of those represent gameplay in,
that's
in the
true.
hamlets that you can participate
I'm in the way
whether
of
it's a
that.
vendor or different puzzles and challenges or different secrets that exist.
There's a map in the
Each
corner.
one of those
Yeah, there is
icons are
stuff.
different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well. So when you go out into the open world and you see those icons, whether they're on the mini-map or on your map or off in the distance, those things are opportunities to say, like, I want to increase my inventory capacity. They're puzzles left behind by old...
Inventory capacity. Why do games always have this? Can we just have endless storage?
wizards, that you can solve that actually grant you those. If you see ruins off in the distance and you visit them, you might find opportunities to actually expand and learn about your ancient magic. And as you kind of encounter different enemies dotted on the landscape, sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different magical
thanks for the
resources that
follow.
are valuable to you
Welcome.
as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking.
Wait,
around.
can this guy
I mean, I
look
ran away
in
when
my
I just covered
direction?
all
He's
those
kind of cute.
points on the map just by going over there.
How they did this guy's avatar.
Flown on a broom already, but there is something that we
Face
haven't
me.
done so far.
He's,
and
like,
that
hiding
is,
his face.
being on our flying mount.
I
We're gonna
see
hop
it?
on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh my god, there he just like pops out of the.
So I should
Oh,
have
you
that
can
then.
use it as a horsey. I mean, a horse. I mean, that is
Use it as a horsey.
Yeah, as a hippogriff, you can totally ride it like a ground mount, and you can lift off into the air. And
Oh,
we
that
try
was
to make
so
sure that
cute.
each
can
of those
ride it as a
interactions, so the broom's
horsey.
really good at reaching that top speed, at kind of traveling the world as quickly as possible. But sometimes it's
Ha! Doesn't seem like there's any height issues with this, you guys. So we may not be able to fly with a broom to the sky, but we can take a hippogriff. Ha! There's a way around it. Forget the broomstick. This is definitely the way to go.
really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels amazing just to be riding around on a hippogriff. Yeah, it really is kind of like, I don't know. It's
Now,
a
what
great
if you hit a
feeling
tree?
Being on it, and it's a great
What
feeling managing
happens?
those transitions, kind of going.
Is that why there's
from
the
run
health
to
bar at the
fly
bottom?
And just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity and a reason for being.
The tool wheel
oh
L1
my
is
God, like I
useful
see
for
the different,
dealing
like-
high-level combat situations. Combat plants and potions can give you an advantage against tougher enemies. The L1 wheel. So what is that on Xbox then? L1. Here's my little charty McChart chart. L1 is LB. Okay, on the Xbox. Good to know.
areas, like a swampy area. By the way, can you go to like entire map anywhere you go? There are regions that are like locked from you?
Yeah,
or,
as soon as you, there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment, early on in the game, you can go wherever you want. And so you might find more difficult challenges.
So you have
in
to
different
unlock
areas,
it.
and you'll see different spots as Andrew's moving around, like you mentioned, the swamp. But there, we have got like a coast, and we've got different types of environments out in the world just to kind of
Wow.
pepper your experience, reward you for exploring.
How
keep
is
it
the Switch
fresh.
going to be able to
All
handle
those
this
things
game?
exist as we're moving around.
So cool. And I love that windmill. It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s. It was in a world we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it just, it's part of it.
Yeah, I love this vista too, and I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like, covered in snow.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes?
please. I love snow.
That's all I want.
What is happening right now?
Maybe.
What just happened?
So beautiful. Oh my goodness.
I feel like this is awesome. I feel like every day goes slower the closer it gets to coming out. I know. I'm probably going to end up watching this on my own, like again, like another 3-4 times. Like this is amazing. And if you guys aren't following them on any of these platforms, please actually like do that. It gives like a lot of stuff. Like they give a lot of little teaser info and stuff like that. So you can also follow me too, which a lot of you guys are, or sub to YouTube. That would be good.
Pretty. Okay, it looks so realistic.
I'm like, may as well
It
throw
changes the
myself in
landscape,
there.
like completely. Oh
wait,
my
what
God,
just
does it-
happened? Why is it all snow? Oh, that's what that was.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Okay, it looks so realistic. Oh my God, it
Yeah.
changes the landscape like completely. Oh my God, does it have like actual like gameplay impact, like impact on the gameplay, or does it like it's just the weather of Scotland?
Yeah, we really use it as a narrative marker through the game. So as you're progressing through your
Look
main
at
storyline,
that.
it was
What is this? It's like ruins. Like it's like another little baby castle. Can we live there?
important for us to kind of like have those moments that kind of felt like when you're reading the books or watching the
Hey, that's
movies
a Harry
where,
Potter
you see
dance
kind of
party.
the title card winter and now the
What are those
landscape has changed,
balloons?
and you're really feeling that passage of time while you're a student, going through your year at
Right.
Hogwarts. And I think we wanted to duplicate that, and for me it's really fun that it's not just
What if
on
you
the
get
outside.
lost? What if you get lost from Hogwarts? Like, I'm concerned. What if you actually, like, can't find your way back? Can you teleport closer?
which I agree. I think it looked really beautiful. But within the school as well. So there are moments like when it reaches certain holidays or things like that, where Hogsmeade reacts to holidays and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change. That really helped just kind of make me feel like I'm there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one question, though, that guy in the yellow shirt, I forget what his name was, he asked, which was flat out, does the environment affect you at all? So that's a really good question. It doesn't seem like it, but what I would really like to know is, like, does it affect the creatures? Like, maybe not the hippogriff, right? Because I guess they seem pretty durable. But, you know, for some of the other ones that we may face, like, or have in our, I don't know, like the flubberworm. Technically, they would die. Not that I want a flubberworm, but I'm sure.
It's not just, you know, for the seasons.
I don't know why that was the first
kind
one
of
that popped into my head that couldn't survive
like we have
in the
a day-night
wild.
Cycle, and that day-night cycle, even though similarly, like
Ooh,
it's
what was
largely
that?
about vibe,
What
when
was
you go
that?
To Hogsmeade in the evening, there's like
Oh, wait. What was that thing?
those kind of vibe things. Like we have a day-night cycle, and that day-night cycle, even
What is it?
though similar.
It's a little furry blob. Yeah, monster.
Like it's largely about vibe. When you go into Hogsmeade in the evening, there's less characters there.
A giant
around
pygmy
the
puff.
school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down. Just when there's just candlelight and students kind of like as you're walking through the halls. But in that day-night cycle is where we've kind of placed a few items where, you know, whether or not you can collect them or whether or not you can interact with them that are a little bit restricted by the day-night cycle.
And I love Andrew's flying up here, really high up on the hippogriff, and we're just looking at this view of Hogwarts in the distance. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's part of what I love most about flying around in this game, whether it's on a hippogriff or on the broom.
No, I mean, you talk about going anywhere and things that you can see in the distance, and that's one of my.
Ooh.
I still can't get over.
It's so pretty.
Like, no matter, I play this so much, but I still can't get over the fact that I can see Hogwarts out there, and there's just something beautiful about knowing that all of the things inside of it, the classrooms, the students, the professors, all the places I can go, I can just fly my hippogriff, land in the courtyard, enter the front doors, and just walk, you know, to the library, to class, or to greenhouse, or to my common room. That it's all contiguous and just kind of like one space is still exciting to me after all this
I mean,
time.
I'm just I'm speechless right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just, oh my God.
As much as we want to spend a lot more time out here just flying around, experiencing the world, I think this is a great opportunity
What's wrong with
to
that?
switch over to combat. And last time we gave you kind of an intro to combat. This time we're going to really go a lot more of a deep dive on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition.
You
All right,
should.
Andrew's got us in the Forbidden.
You should. I'm gonna be playing on the Xbox Series X, so I've got like epic graphics for this game coming, and I literally cannot wait for it. But yeah, if you're playing it on PC, yeah, if you want to upgrade your specs to just have this world, like, oh man, they should be giving you a discount. Honestly, well, this guy looks cool.
Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is, which is part
So
of the
cool.
Deluxe and Digital Deluxe Edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive than just choosing an option from the main menu of the game or something like that.
Reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Exactly. There are many reasons to go to the Forbidden Forest, but he's also wearing
Really?
the Dark Arts.
Wait, what were those?
From the main menu of the game or something like that.
Reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Exactly. There are many reasons to go
See those little
Go to the Forbidden-
mushrooms?
Forest. But
There's a little name that pops up. Leaping toadstool caps. See? So the square is X. Okay, so that's gonna to collect things. It's like searching in Fortnite.
he's also
Got it.
wearing the Dark Arts cosmetic set, and here, he's pulling out the Thestral, which is
Toby, thank you
part
for
of
the
that
follow.
Dark Arts
Welcome.
pack from the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe edition. So we're going full Dark Arts here.
That's good. That's what I going down.
But I like this this battle arena. It is a great place to show off really combat in a big way because it unlocks some interesting abilities for you and allows you to
Look, I just want to point out the Thestral. I know it's really dark and hard to tell, but it has like a bit of purple to its wings, and it matches his outfit. It looks so amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait.
really play around with combat in a deep way.
And is this like the only arena like this in the game where you can like practice? And
Yeah,
do-
so in the base game, we have 2 combat arenas normally, and so everyone has access to those. And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves in order to
That's scary.
earn a different cosmetic for your character and add that to your collection.
Now, is that supposed to be like Merlin? Definitely not Dumbledore. So
In the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts.
sorry, I keep pausing it. Fight waves of enemies in this battle arena with the unforgivable curses Avada Kedavra, Imperio, and Crucio, as well as the blasting curse Confringo. Sorry, I had a bit of pizza in my mouth. In addition to their unique and devastating effects, unforgivable curses break through all shield charms. So Protego is useless. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. This
battle
is
arena,
interesting.
that's also true. The combat arena.
This
But,
is why you want to do it on normal.
One of the things that we're excited about
And
in the
not
Dark Arts
hard,
battle arena
because
that
this will
people
be
can
hard.
do is you come in preloaded with different abilities. So
Meta
the
pizza!
unforgivable curses are something that everyone's going to have access to through the base game and going to be able to earn, and they can make choices in order to kind of like add that to their repertoire, and they can also commit to that down with certain.
Okay. One thing here I want to point out. I think it's super important. I think I've seen this blurred out image on social media before. I wasn't quite sure what it was about. It was like setting up spells. Like, what on earth? But I think I get it now. So on your wheel, right? So I'm kind of in the way for this. But in your wheel right here, this is definitely going to be where we're going to be setting up and equipping different spells. So if we want Confringo, if we want Avada Kedavra, like whatever we want, they are going to be going in these slots here. Now I'm assuming like, you know, the red ones or something like that, they could be, or I don't know, like some of them will be more geared to being like the unforgivable curses. I mean, not that there's, you know, 5 because there's not, but essentially I think like that is probably going to have some of the meaning behind it. But like whether it's just like a basic like simple charm or what. And again, some of them I think will be locked as well. Like I'm going to guess this one here is grayed out by kind of the looks of how it's pixelated. Maybe not. And also this one here kind of looks the same, this red one. So maybe they're just things in the game, you know, obviously footage that they're working on. But this means that our buttons would be changing constantly if this is the case. So this would make it interesting for dueling, and you'd have to actually freaking remember which ones you have equipped. You have more pizza? Do you wanna come over and we'll have like a second pizza party? Yes. Leaping toadstools could be a it just jumped the chat. Used as an ingredient. That's true. In potion making when chopped, such as Barifio's brain elixir. Oh, a brain elixir. I could use one of those. So when I go to brain camp, they can give me a brain elixir, and then my brain will be supercharged. Yay! Just give me a little bit of liquid luck, and I think everything will just be going Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy.
Talents and things like that. When you play the Dark Arts Combat Arena, you actually have access to all those things as kind of like a way to test them all. And so it's a chance to kind of like tour and play with the dark arts and decide whether or not that is a path that you kind of want to go down. But yeah,
Google potion
everyone has the same
recipes.
ability to explore the dark arts. This is just kind of like a way of previewing.
And again, a great place for us to show
I
off combat
want
in general.
all the
So I think
recipes.
we're gonna jump in here. Andrew's gonna start battling, and we can start talking about everything you're seeing on the screen.
All right. Oh, they just about the cadavers right away. Oh my God.
We're starting off strong.
Stupefy.
Was that Crucio? Oh my God. That's so cool.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, so
Crucio.
that-
Wait.
Strong.
I thought that was Stupefy based off of the red light. So the red light is very, very famous. So kind of like the green, right? Stupefy has like one of those kind of appearances where it's like it looks more unforgiving than it is. But there's a lot of other spells that have the red light too. But that is typically what my mind thinks. And also too, it doesn't help that it says Stupefy on the screen, like the dueling feats there. But when he did it, nothing happened. So I'm kind of like, and that guy was screaming. So I think he was doing Crucio.
Right away. Oh my God.
Okay, wait.
Just start battling, and we can.
Okay,
start
I
talking
wanna watch
about,
this again.
Everything you're seeing on the screen.
So right here when he's doing this is Avada Kedavra. Right away. Like, I mean, look at his bloody wand. Like, he's going in there for the kill. I want to slow this down, like, hardcore. Like, 0.25 playback speed right now. Boom. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry, the audio is bull. The audio is bull. Okay, here's the second spell. Okay, we're gonna be able to tell whether this is Crucio or Stupefy. Okay, so that doesn't look like Stupefy. It looks like it has too many like. It kind of looks more like lightning bolty. That's not really a word, but yeah. And you see how R1 is coming into play there? Okay, I'm just going to mute it because this is weird. Okay. Now I've got to put it to regular playback speed for this here. Okay. Ready?
Oh my God. Was that Crucio?
He's screaming. Listen.
we're starting off strong.
Oh my God. Was that Crucio? Oh my
That's
God.
Crucio.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right away.
Now, what was that there? That last spell? Okay, what does he have equipped on him is the question. So this red one. So remember how when we had that blurred chart, right? 1343. Okay, so right here. So remember how I said the red ones, right, could be stuff. So I'm thinking right here that is what some of like that means. Oh, did I go too far? Shit. Sorry, guys.
So I think we're gonna jump in here. Andrew's gonna start.
I could watch that like 100 times in a row.
We're starting off strong.
Oh my God. Was that Crucio? Oh my God. That's so cool.
Yeah,
What's
so
that one? Rick
you'll
Decembra?
notice-
That can't be. What does he have on? What did he just do? Imperio? Did he Imperio right now? Like, is that just me or did his eyes go all freaking weird?
Oh my God.
His eyes go all freaking weird.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice
I swear. What is that?
right away, like when we used Avada Kedavra, that guy's health bar went from instant to
See? Now that guy's helping him. That guy's helping him. Look. Look. He's controlling. Holy shit. Oh my God, that's insane. Are you guys understanding the magnitude of this right now?
0, and we really are trying to honor
That's
the way
Stupefy. That is Stupefy. I recognize that from the first one. The first gameplay trailer. Okay, so this is Crucio, but watch this. This guy is still a problem.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that You'll notice right away, like
Yeah,
when we
he's gonna
use
start
Avada Kedavra,
attacking
that
other
guy's health bar
people.
went from instant to 0, and we really are
That's
trying
Stupefy.
to honor the way
That's
Avada
Stupefy.
Kedavra works in the game, even in some pretty extreme situations.
Depulso? I am not sure.
You'll notice that like the meter takes up a lot longer to
Yeah, a little
kind of
cooldown.
build up as a way to kind of deal with its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways that we'll probably talk about to
Yeah.
adjust that. But I don't know. I don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have questions about.
Well, like I see like little
When you
blue
bring-
things pop up from
Yeah.
the enemies. Also, before like
So when you're controlling, like, when he brought the guy to him, that made me think it was Accio, right? And then essentially Depulso is when you push the object away. So it's just the opposite of Accio. Accio is bringing it towards you. Depulso is sending it back. So I'm sure that's what we were seeing there. Now that slash cut. I feel like... I know, but I can't be sure, so I don't want to say. You want the spell that Molly uses on Bellatrix. What was that spell?
that sign. Well, it's like so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called
Yeah.
in the game.
So the community is astute. So,
That's
on the
Crucio
development side
again.
and in player facing in the game, we reference that as your ancient magic.
Avada Kedavra. Yeah.
So
Oh
it
my
is
God.
ancient magic.
That is, yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's Avada
as you're-
Kedavra. So the animation for Avada Kedavra is literally, well, it's that, but we've now seen it twice where it's super intense. So it makes it super obvious. Let me get my book. I have my book, but it would just take me too long to go through. So yeah, if you have time, that'd be amazing.
As your abilities in the game keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities, you start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's an ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy.
Okay.
But whenever you see the R1 or the L1
Draw, what did he say? Draw an item to you and use it on an enemy.
plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful ancient magic spell to do a ton of damage against a character.
I see.
And the way that manifests itself depends on the type of enemy that you're fighting. And you'll see a wide variety of enemies.
Okay,
in here
wait,
that
what
are-
did we just see back here? L1, R1. So they're going to be asking for both buttons at the same time. So I'm thinking about, like, also too, like, I know I've talked about this before, but in case, again, you've missed it when I've said it, like, yesterday or whatever, is that I'm setting up my paddles, right? So for me, one of the things is I would like, I may not know everything ahead of time. Woo, yeah. Husky, thank you for using your Prime. Welcome to the kitty community. So one of the things is that I want to try and set it up with the paddles. And the paddles, I mean, I don't really want to be spending my first day figuring all that out. I would kind of like to know ahead of time and see. It's going to be hard enough getting used to a lot of the commands and stuff like that. But I found with games like that are a bit more high skill level, like something like Fortnite, the paddles have been a lifesaver. Like, you know, for example, the slide or the crouch, like a lot of times it's like, you know, pushing down, like, and, you know, on your joystick. And the problem is with that is that oftentimes it can damage your controller and things like that. So for me, having certain options in certain locations are beneficial. And I'm not just saying like, oh, like L1, R1 or LB, RB, depending on what your controller you're using, like, is going to damage your controller. It's not, but it may be more convenient right, to, you know, have your fingers somewhere else. So for me, that's where I'm kind of thinking. This seems like it's going to be easier with a keyboard and mouse. Most likely it is going to be, because it's going to be like shift and a button, or it's just going to be the straight up button. So yeah, it's probably going to be easier, but most games are easier on PC, and unless you're me, because yeah, like for example, when I did Genshin on the PC, you guys saw my struggle was real. It was brutal. Oftentimes it was like click 1 2 3 4, and I was like, I want 4, and it was giving me 3, or I was clicking 5, and I really was like, nothing was happening. I wanted 4. It's just because I don't have a lot of practice with it, but yeah, no, it's just one of those funny things for sure. But yeah, if you can set up a keyboard to the game, which I'm sure you will at some point, you know, it's gonna be a game changer, and I probably will try that at some point. Bully, thank you for the follow. Welcome. They just leaked that Dumbledore comes in the end game. Where did they leak this? Oh, I'm assuming Twitter. Should we look on Twitter? I hate to break right in between here, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Let's see what is up. I'm assuming it was Hogwarts Legacy themselves that did it. Let's find out. Prowler, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Dumbledore doesn't get into there till 1892. You know, I don't know offhand. I thought he wasn't supposed to be in there, but look at the freaking graph horn. Oh my god, that's amazing, guys. Look at how great it is. It's almost cute. Aww. I'm sorry, I could literally just watch that like over and over and over again. I guess that's what they want me to do, right? Am I going to play this on release? Yes, and I'm going to have early, so I'm going to have the game like 3 days early. So that is going to make it extra awesome.
Depends on the type of enemy that you're fighting, and you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are.
That's why ordering it early
is
so important.
There's abilities that kind of bubble up under the player as he's fighting that force him to move.
Okay, one thing I want to point out here is he's used Avada Kedavra a couple of times now, and now we're getting different symbols here. So I'm wondering if the unforgivable curses, you can only use them so many times in a duel, and then it has to like recharge or something like that. So Imperio, I think, is this symbol right here. And then this one's Crucio, obviously. I'm gonna say this one here at the bottom, the green one, which I thought it was red initially. But I think the green one that's gonna be what Crucio is. And then this one right here, this red one, this looks like Stupefy to me. So if I'm guessing, Imperio, Avada Kedavra, Crucio, and Stupefy are his 4 main spells here that he picked at the beginning. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. So, yeah. I wonder if we can go underwater. We're supposed to be able to explore a lot of different things. There's certain things I would like to know if things like gillyweed had been invented in this time period or not. Now, they're just little details to look up, but these are things I would be very interested in to see if those kinds of things had been invented yet. Obviously, there's more things than just gillyweed. It might be charms instead, right? Instead of, something like that. But, are we going to get to use some of those kind of neat things or not?
And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield.
So
And that's actually
Stupefy
a good
then
link
would
to the
have
Magic
a
meter in
cooldown
general. And the
then
reason I
as
say that is
well.
because
But then you see how it reset them all again on the side. So that's what's confusing me right now. So did you guys see that transition right there? Hold the triangle, which is Y. Okay. During Protego to stun enemies with a Stupefy counterattack. Holy smokes. So why was everything reloading here and then they weren't?
And that's actually a good link to the Ancient Magic meter in general. And the reason I say that is because...
And he didn't use a
as you're doing
potion
different
or
things in
anything
combat,
like
you're
that,
Protego in
so-
and you're doing different abilities, and you can kind of spec into it with your talents. There are different ways to get that meter to build faster and faster. So one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these...
Oh, wait a second. So he's got more than one page, I guess, of spells. So that's what we're seeing. Because these ones here, are these essentially the same? These are not the same. Because that's some sort of cutting. And then, what would that be? Like a slash, like a Sectum Sempra always comes to mind, but it's not that. Chocolate Fire cards state that Marjorie Banks discovered gillyweed in the mid-18th or 19th century, while Elidora Kittyarris, isn't it Kettleridge? I don't know. Anyways, Kittyarris, I might be wrong on that, is said to have discovered its effects about a century earlier. So we should be experiencing that then. You click R2 to trigger to change. Okay. So that's why. So it's essentially Avada Kedavra does... I'm going to go back. I'm so sorry. I can skip ahead. But so, yeah, R2 to change. You're right. Which in Xbox case, that would be RT. And that one is going to be the one. I actually think that would be a good, useful one for paddles as well. I mean, there's probably very few of you that are using the paddle system like I am. But you never know. Maybe there's some of you guys here that are. So I think having RT, RBLB, having a shift button so that we can access. So essentially that would take up 4 paddles, because shift would take up an entire paddle. And so then you're always left then with 3 other ones. So for some we can have that, and then other ones we might decide that we want X or RT again. I don't know. Maybe RT would just stay there. It's hard to know exactly, but just kind of thinking out loud there, I think those are going to be some of the mechanics we're going to have to be super familiar with. But yeah, if you watch, it does change. And so the unforgivable curses, they are actually recharging. You see them, see the bar, how it's going up there?
And that's actually
right? And then he changes.
The Ancient Magic meter in general. And
He changes right there.
As you're doing different things in combat, you're Protegoing and you're doing different abilities, and you can kind of spec into it with your talents. There are different ways to get that meter to build faster and faster. So one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these devastating attacks whenever you want to, is to actually perform combos. So you see that combo appearing, and it's almost like your emotions are building up.
Whoa, was that the goblin?
So you see that
Look at
combo
this
appearing.
raging goblin. Holy shit. I thought I saw that earlier, but I was like, no, I must have been seeing things. You want to talk about dark magic?
Almost like your emotions are building up, and then basically that builds up enough that you can attack someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of them. You'll see these blue orbs in the game world, and there's something that only you can see in the narrative, in the world. And it's another reason to move around on the battlefield. If you can go up and collect those things and suck them in. They give big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
We're talking a lot about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of change the way you play. And I think Mackenzie knows a lot about what's going on with the plants and potions.
And so the tools are really interesting because they're basically like a prior investment. So you can bring the potions and the plants that you grow in the Room of Requirement to combat to essentially kind of...
That is awesome to bring these things with you. Okay, and now I just want to say this again, but with all of this now that they've created with all these different things, why on earth can we not have like a Harry Potter battle royale? Why is that not a thing? Can it become a thing? Can that be the next Harry Potter game in like 5 or 10 years? Can we please have something where we can all run around, open, chests or whatever, have all of these like magical potion, or like having, magic potions and, different ingredients, and like part of it is gonna be like hiding and sneaking, and maybe you can pull out your cauldron or something instead of like taking a shield potion. It's just something different. Like, Frank, think about how great that would be. You can collect different things, and that, is what makes up a spell. Like, based off of this, I'm like, and the agility of it, we can 1,000% have it. Yes. Like, I needed to see it with my own eyes to know if the gaming world was ready for that in terms of Harry Potter. And this proves to me that it is.
help you defeat enemies a lot quicker and more efficiently. So some of the tools that you'll see here are like the rock skin potion. So that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material.
So
that,
he used one of his potions at the start because he had 10 of his green potions. Now he has 9.
Reduces the incoming damage that you're receiving. So against big enemies, hard-hitting enemies like trolls, that's super helpful.
Oh my god, he's just destroying. The troll just collapsed from one of the cadavers.
Obviously, we have the Wiggenweld potion as well.
So he's just
which
OP'd
increases your health. And then we have the
character.
Focus potion. So when Alan talks about having to balance Avada Kedavra with a long cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill, one thing that you could do is brew a focus potion, and that will increase
What?
instant kill. One thing that you could do is brew a focus potion.
Holy shit. So L1, which is going to end up being LB. So another reason why to have LB as a main. So this is how we're going to be able to get our Thestral out. Not in this particular combat area, but that's how we're going to be able to do it. Holy smoke. There's even a Mandrake there. I wonder how the Mandrake would do against a troll. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. Holy shit. And if you're like, which one's the Mandrake? It's this one. Now, we'd have to be careful, though, because technically speaking, that could be damaging to us, too, right?
Potion, and that will increase
Okay, what did we just see?
instant kill. One thing that you could do is brew a focus potion, and that will...
Oh. Oh, I screwed it up.
your cooldowns
Whatever.
Regain.
Right. Oh my god. There's just so much like versatility, like in what the character is doing to the troll right now. Like he's just bouncing around the arena. He's like not, and the troll makes him move around too. Looks like.
And I love that our plants are violent.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Chinese chomping cabbage. That's what this is. Formidable chomping cabbage that when released attacks nearby enemies. Chomping cabbage seeds can be purchased at Dogweed and Deathcap. Must be grown in medium or large pots. Oh my gosh. Throw a potion. So in Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, they do have, which is a mobile game. It's still a mobile game. you could choose in when you were dueling. It's obviously like very easy in comparison to this, but you always kind of had to predict what your opponent was going to do. But yeah, one of the options was to throw a potion. So yeah, it's crazy. Snake and Vibe, thank you guys both for the follow. Sorry, Snake, I missed you there.
Yes, and so that's like when we're talking about the setup of the arena. You also have plants that you can fight with, and so
there it is. There it is. Oh my god.
have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
That is so cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuffian way to approach the battle.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, that was super important to us, that there were these like multiple ways. And so you can see there's a ton of different things that you can use. The Mandrake is one, so you can pull it out and it stuns with its like piercing cry these enemies in a radius.
And another thing I want to call out that we're seeing on the side of the screen here is these dueling feats, which I love because I love anything that prompts me to play a game in a different way, a unique way. I don't want to get stuck in my style, you know? And so this is a way to, if you want to get stuck in your style, go for it. If you just want to blast people with spells, go for it. But we also want to have some things over here that may make you use certain plants or certain potions or block more or...
Yeah, we mentioned...
Something to challenge yourself as a wizard, essentially. Make the attempt there. Ace! I can tell you one thing. There will be new Harry Potter fans watch and see. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Regardless whether you love Harry Potter or you don't love Harry Potter, I think this is going to bring a lot more lovers, I think, to the world of it. So a lot more Potterheads. Which we can always use more Potterheads. Let us grow.
The field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges, this is the way that the field guide manifests like challenges for you to do in combat. And exactly to your point, we just wanted a way to encourage players to explore the different systems, to help them decide, to just kind of practice with them and explore what they want to do, because there really are so many different ways that you can push talents. When you see the green X's on characters,
That's right.
and that's kind of through your talents you can unlock this kind of cursing mechanic that sort of like links the fates of these different characters on the battlefield. That way, as you get as you're cursing different
Is that Petrificus totalis? Hold on.
fates of these different characters on the battlefield. That way, as you get
That's like he got turned to ice. Is that spell that they're saying is Glacius? I think that's it right there, what we just saw. You want to see it one more time, guys? I know you do. Oh, it's not even a
links the
question.
fates of these different characters on the
Right
battlefield.
here. Okay, watch that guy. He's going to do it.
That way, as you get as you're cursing
Glacius.
different
Petrificus totalis. See?
characters, they all begin sharing
Stupefy.
damage. And so we have
So that was a 3-spell combo on the one guy.
things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill, but if you curse everyone before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all
So
drop
Depulso
that
and Stupefy.
Voldemort fantasy. And so,
Oh my god.
there are
Oh my god, he's so OP.
There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts character, things like that misty step that you see occasionally being used on the battlefield. And we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which type of player you feel like you are.
Wait, what did he just say?
Battlefield, and we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which type of player you feel like you are and whether or not you want to play with prep, on the fly, or with deliberation, and those are all different options.
That is so cool because like
That is
it's
so
like I
cool.
see so much like
It's that cutting spell. I can't remember which one that is. It's going to drive me crazy. Help.
going on the stream, just so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself, like which style works best. I mean, I feel like it's.
I want to try both styles to see.
But
You're
that
our
ancient
audience.
magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than just the dark arts.
Yeah.
To be fair.
And speaking of plants and potions, we're going to be putting the dark arts away, put those unforgivable curses away, and heading to the Room of Requirement, which is your home within Hogwarts, a personalizable space that actually...
What? Oh, it's gonna be the room of requirements, so it's not a dorm. It's not a dorm. Okay. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. I'm wondering. Okay, here. Give me a sec. I'm gonna just check something. No, it's not Confringo. Okay. I was thinking Confringo, but I did not seeing things explode. I'm just seeing the cut. So, I don't know. There's one or two other ones I can think of. They're not saying it, or if they are, I can't hear it. No. A Pugno, no. Defendo. Yeah, maybe. Let me just have a look. Let me have a look. Look. I can't. Yeah, it must be. Let me see here. Defendo. Rips, tears, shreds, or otherwise physically damages the target. It has to be then. It has to be that. It has to be Defendo. She looks at the spell book. That's cool. Sorry. I know I'm weird. Hey, it was on my wish list, and I got it, so you better believe I'm going to use it. What's the other one that I'm thinking? It has to be Defendo. It has to be Defendo. But there is another one that I'm thinking of. No, it has to be. I'm just gonna go with that. But I don't think it's Sectum Sempra, because that was one Snape created. So as much as I would love to see that in the actual game, I don't think that's gonna actually have it. But so hold on a second. So Sectum Sempra, again, Snape created that one. It's not that you're not wrong. It's a dark spell that creates large blood-oozing gashes on the subject, as if the subject has been slashed by a sword. So you're not wrong, because that's what I was thinking it was looking like. But the thing is that the reason why I say no is strictly because it's not invented yet. Snape does it, and Snape's not around in the 1800s. So, yeah, there has to be some sort of line drawn there. So, it has to be Defendo. You posted 2 picks with the spells. Okay, so am I looking at, let's go up to HP. Okay, a list of the spells. Here, so I'll put it up here for you guys. And you guys can tell me what you think here. Sorry, I have it kind of big. But I'll put it to the side so you guys can have a look and see if there's anything here that triggers. I'll pull up the other image as well. Sorry, I just stole it away from you. Oh my god, I'm being stupid. Okay. Okay, so you guys are responsible for this one here, okay? I'm looking at the other one. I mean, a part of me wants to say relatio, right? But then again, it's like it just releases an object from constraints. But I remember when we did see it in the final movie, right? When they're escaping Gringotts, right? And they're releasing the dragon. Hermione uses relatio. And it does look like a cut. But yeah, it's not. It's just removing from constraints. So you don't know what you're looking at? It's quick and easy reference, definitely. So I'm going to say the other one, no. But yeah, for sure. I'm still going to say that Diffindo definitely seems like splits and severs an object into two pieces. And we were definitely seeing that back in the gameplay where it was like that slash. So I'm going to say that is most likely
utility as well.
We're,
You get to
we're dealing with.
brew things and grow things. And
I want
also
this
care for some
Hedwig.
beasts. All right, Andrew's got us in the room of
Like in my
requirement,
own room.
wearing, we kind of went casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And I think that's
This is the room of requirement. This looks nothing like I would have thought. Okay. Why does it look like a Cinderella pumpkin in the top right-hand corner? Sorry. I know. It shouldn't go there. But what? So we're using the room of requirement as our like dorm or something we can customize our room. Oh my God. That's crazy.
a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well. Not just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually this space is a place that you can make your own.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard. So you can change the architecture in here.
What?
Different themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours. You
Oh
can
my
change-
God! What? This is beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my God.
That's the thing is not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So there's like statues that you can do, and ornaments, and tables, and rugs, and just a bunch of little things that really flesh out the space and bring it to life.
Oh my God. Because like we had an idea.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this is going to be so much easier on PC. Controller. We're going to all cry. Unless you're really, really, really good. And even if you're really, really, really good, it's still much harder.
That those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also as you engage in different types of gameplay
thank you for
throughout
the
world,
follow.
you'll be
Welcome.
rewarded with different objects.
That's so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can place it basically.
The size of it. So if we have like a little mouse, can they sit on it, or an owl?
Anywhere.
Oh my God, you're so tiny. It's like for baby Niffler.
And I love how the system too is designed.
I have to say his character design, really hot. Like, it kind of makes me want to pick my character to be a boy now. I may have to for one of the houses. Maybe we'll do like a Cedric or something for Hufflepuff when we play through later. Oh my gosh.
And it's not mechanical, it's immersive. And so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing this in the world as your character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with the immersive design of personalizing the space.
Oh my God, like, and I love the animation, how it like appears, you know, like it's not just like there, it's like, it almost like it apparates.
Wait, what? Frilly cat plates. Frilly cat plates? Does anybody recognize these from Umbridge's office? It even has the pink bows. Oh my God. It disappeared. Oh, for sure. That's Dolores, like 1,000%. A collection of fussy, frilly plates displaying curious kittens. Aww.
It's really quite beautiful. And that was the thing, is we wanted that to look really nice because the magic in the wizarding world is everywhere. It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. And we really wanted to nail that whimsy in this space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you like conjure things and you can change their look, but you can do that with the utility objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as well. And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned previously, you'll be growing your plants, you'll be brewing your potions.
Right.
So we don't have to keep buying pieces. We can just change the colors. Oh, thank gosh. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Right.
So while you're also doing these like kind of nurturing based activities, this is also the space where you would bring your gear to be identified and gear to have like traits put on it, which I believe Alan can talk to.
Oh.
Yeah, we keep bringing up appearance and how it looks, and on a, like in the game you can look like anything you want to whenever you want to, but the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the game, and essentially we just know that
Enchanted loom. Use the loom to upgrade your gear. Gear features one primary offense or defense stat by default. Magical materials can be used with the loom to add and upgrade a secondary stat or apply traits to your gear. Multiple small upgrades can yield a meaningful boost in combat. New beasts can be rescued at the beast den. Oh my gosh, I wonder if they're going to show us that. Or unlocked in new quests. New trait recipes can be collected in bandit camps. So we've got beast dens and bandit camps as well. I'm so excited. Holy shit.
clothes and different items in
So
the
excited.
wizarding world can have different magical
I
properties.
can't stop saying
And
it.
as you explore and as you adventure and as you defeat enemies, you're going to be finding different pieces of gear
Snowy
that
owl
have different
scarf. Aw.
abilities,
Rivet
and
gloves.
that can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind
Protego
of growing.
shielding. Holy. Goblin silver resistance decreases damage taken from goblins. How many of these traits can we choose? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna collect all this stuff and I don't know. Pissed off Jedi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. We have another Jedi joining us.
growing as a wizard and advancing as a wizard.
That's
Also-
hilarious.
It's a huge list.
And not all the time, whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't necessarily know exactly what it does. And so there is a station inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually
I see.
bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what it's about.
Look at the owl. The owl. Oh my god.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
And then as this space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep expanding. And as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in
Right.
this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply a look to any other look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look like that, but you can change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some ability to this sweater, but then you can just swap
Yeah.
that ability.
Yep, and appearances you can edit whenever you want in the
Oh.
gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying traits and applying larger upgrades that just kind of grant you greater statistical advantage or give you really specific abilities that blend in nicely with where you're trying to go with your combat fantasy or talents and things like that.
Interesting. I'm just seeing that they're just like pumpkin fur, mooncalf fur. Where does that come from?
Yeah, and so you'll notice that the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this vivarium.
Oh.
Kind of bigger space on the inside idea. And so you can see here we have a couple of beasts out. We have a graphorn and a mooncalf and a niffler and a Kneasel as well. So
Oh my
quite a
God.
variety.
Oh my God, he's just like a big puppy.
They're
I
so
love their
cute.
cuddling.
Oh my God, they're together. Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable. And so part of beast care is petting them as well, but feeding them too. And so once you do those things, that's when they feel safe enough that they'll give you their magical ingredients. So mooncalf fur, niffler fur, etc. That can then be used in your gear.
That is like so like intuitive because like you know that makes sense because when you touch the animals you get some fur leftovers. That's so. Oh my God.
Yeah, we really want to hammer home the fact that this is like a home that you're making for them. So in the
brushing
overland,
the
you can find
niffler.
these beast dens and rescue these beasts. Part of doing so is brushing them and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beasts. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so
oh my
we
gosh.
have like a lot of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of them are purely cosmetic, but
kitty.
they look really cool. Again, it's the personalization of this space.
Oh my goodness. No, this is like I'm gonna spend 8 hours just
Oh my
designing
God.
this.
That's the Kneasel? I was kind of looking at its tail and I was like, it looks like a Kneasel, but the face, it looks like a pissed off Persian. But yeah, it's actually a Kneasel. Oh my gosh. I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm not sure if that's actually what it is, but it is,
whole
seriously.
area to personalize. This is like cool. Is like you have this little
Okay, that thing is called Thunder. Already done.
play area, like a
If we get to
personalized
nickname them.
tank, so to say, just for the creatures. I love it.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as well, is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you progress in the game and you're able to purchase more conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows for the beast in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually. And so you're really building the progression for yourself here. In addition, there's also a toy box where you can play with your beasts. And you'll see here, yeah. So you can, there's a bunch of toys in it, and each beast has their own favorite toys. So as you can imagine, the mooncalf really likes the moon ball, or the Kneasel, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Right.
And they're super
wow.
cute.
Oh my God.
Watching them, it's so cute.
And the big thing we really wanted to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place. And so by going and rescuing
They
these
thought of
beasts and bringing
everything.
them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland who hunt these beasts for their material. So instead, you're caring for them. You're giving them a home.
Right. Oh my God, this Raphorn is just gigantic.
Oh my God, the
But
detail's
cool, it's like-
amazing.
right now, for sure.
I will say that the aspect of like the turning and the movement and stuff like that and the visuals, it seems like there's a lot more mobility now than what we've seen like, 6 months ago type of thing. I feel like seeing this now, there's so much more to it. And I feel pretty confident that we're actually going to have the mobility and the options and the detail that I was kind of hoping for. And so this is incredible. It's going to be really smooth.
You could actually name them as well. So like your dog.
Yes, there we go.
So getting back into that personalization, we didn't want you to just like throw in, oh, here's a Graphorn in here. Like this can be named whatever Andrew's about to name them.
Bruce.
Bruce.
The good name.
We've created this really nice space, and you can get additional vivariums, correct? To different kind of aesthetics and looks to where you're keeping your beasts and caring for them.
Progression is a big part of this space as well. So as you progress through the story, you will unlock more of a vivarium. So as you can see, this one's quite meadow themed, big, open, bright. But there's other ones, say like a swamp that you might encounter. And it's really a visual effect to and more space for your feet.
Oh, so it's like those, so when we're inside the room requirement, there's like on the left, there's that moon glow from one entrance and then some shrubbery going on in the right. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Ah, oh, you put trees in here too. Oh my goodness.
And another thing with the beast
I
care that
love
I think
the
is great,
change.
you know, tying back to the same kind of thing that you did with like the broom, where the broom is not just a method of travel, it's actually built in and integrated into the world. In the same way, like beast care isn't just this added element. You're not just throwing it on top.
Anything
There's
with the
really
water?
this, like, narrative and integration to
Yeah, everything
Everything.
connects. So as you progress through the missions, you'll expand the space. As you earn resources, you'll go into Hogsmeade and use them to unlock the gameplay here and unlock new conjurations and different things to play around with. In the open world, it's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts and bandit camps and different things like that that exist in the overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the loom. So all these things have a way of connecting. Moonstone that you find out in the world is the resource that we use to conjure everything that's
my
found throughout the
God.
world. Forgeables are used for recipes. So really everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too, I think people know who Poppy is and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So, you bringing up Poppy, there are more kind of mysteries to discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do with caring for beasts. And so different characters have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've seen today?
No.
I mean, I'm just so blown away by
What about the water?
how beautiful it looks. The open world seems so detailed and there's so many things to do, and like the combat, we're gonna spend like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much to this world. Like, I'm so happy you guys did this overall gameplay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's, Deluxe, and Digital Deluxe Edition. We're gonna wrap things up, but first we've got a little surprise for you.
Okay, good.
Bye.
Okay, what? Oh my gosh. Is this the headmaster's office? Wait, what? Oh my god.
Legacy is available for
Guys, what? It looks like Tom Riddle's diary, but it's not. It actually has writing in it. Tom's didn't, right? Because all the ink would seep into the book. Holy smokes. But this is definitely dark. I don't know where this is. Is this supposed to be the Slytherin common room? Another version of the diary. I don't know. It is a play on Tom Riddle's diary, though. Yes, to be sucked into the actual book. As Mr. Weasley says, don't trust anything that can think for itself. It does look like the headmaster's office, but yet at the same time, there's like a lot of green curtains and stuff, right? Like, Oh, wait. I think it might have been right there. It's Slither. But, I mean, the headmaster, he is Slytherin, though, the headmaster. So, like, right in the corner, like right here, I can start to see the start of a snake. See, right here? So it is possible it is his office, just knowing that he is a Slytherin. But if not, then we're looking at the Slytherin common room. So I don't know. But the thing is it looks like it's above ground, right, with all the light, because down in the swamps, or underneath the lake, sorry, I should say, which is where the Slytherin common room is located. It does kind of bring in more of like a kind of an eerie light to it. This seems a little too bright. So that's what is still making me think headmaster's office instead, but I don't know. It's hard to say for sure. Are there any more details at the start of the clip? Let's go to the very start.
Hi.
That's a good idea. Let's go to the start of the clip. Okay. Well, I mean, the chair. Dumbledore has a chair. He's sitting in a chair like that. If you remember, it's definitely described in the books that there's like a shelf like this, and the Sorting Hat is actually sitting on one of the shelves. I don't see the Sorting Hat per se, but if we did see that, then for sure, I think that would pretty much tell us. But there is nothing, even if I remove myself. You guys, there's nothing there. So, I can go back again. But that chair screams headmaster's office. But there's no paintings or anything like that up on the wall that make you go previous headmasters of Hogwarts or anything. So, it is hard to say. But there's no phoenix. But remember, Dumbledore was the one that had the phoenix. So there technically shouldn't be, right? As far as I know, Phineas Nigellus didn't own a phoenix. So I don't think it means we won't be able to get a phoenix. I'm pretty sure, since it is such a symbolic and, important sort of magical creature, right, to us, I can't see them skipping out on the phoenix. I can definitely see that being added. It's not in the office, though, but remember, Dumbledore isn't headmaster, so he technically, the fox shouldn't be here, let alone any kind of phoenix. And most wizards don't have a phoenix. They have owls. So, yeah, I'm going to say this is the headmaster's office. I'm going to see if I can Google an image here. And see if I can get something up for us. Headmaster's office of Hogwarts. Okay. Okay, so if we look here, this is, okay, yeah. I mean, look at this image here. Right? This screams what we're looking at right now with the two staircases and everything, right? Which we saw like at the start of the clip here. We didn't quite see the second, but it definitely looks like that. See? Like I'm gonna say that's probably more or less what I'm seeing. Okay, is there any other details that we can kind of pinpoint here? Okay, like maybe we can pinpoint something like that, like with okay, let's have a look. So they don't have anything like that there. But again, this is 1800, so a lot of stuff can change. Wow. But I think we can safely all agree with that, I think. See, it's a different look here when Harry's in it as well. Right? So this is still the headmaster's office. It's just a different look, a different time. So anyway. Oh, what's on the front of that book? It's something dark. Oh, and there you can see super well. Super well. There's the marking there for Slytherin. And actually, if you look right here in the corner, that's a frame. And that's a picture. And essentially, that is the whole thing that kind of identifies Dumbledore's office having, or the headmaster's office, I should say, is having all of the previous headmasters on the wall. And that's definitely a frame. So, yeah, I'm 1,000% now that's where we are. But my second guess wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So if you haven't pre-ordered it and you want to pre-order it, you should do it now. Because this game is going to be amazing. I actually kind of hate to say it, but a part of me wants to order it for PC as well ahead of time. Just to have it because of the pre-order, to have that kind of special creature and stuff like that. I would love also like a hard copy. Like, I hate to say, I want a bunch of stuff for this game. I feel like I'd use it. Just to get the experience of being able to try it on a computer versus a console, right? And see like how the mechanics are different, especially since it's not supposed to be crossplay, right? And that's going to be like a really, really big thing. So it's what I'm thinking. I need all of the things. Sven, I know. For now, I will sit here with my owl and have my big giant Harry Potter in the back. And we're going to be happy. We're going to be happy with what we have. But it doesn't mean that we can't want more. I'm so weird. It's okay. Just leave. Just leave if I'm weird. It only gets weirder from here. Your message? Yeah, you mean about the one that you kept posting about? Did I see the clip? I saw something go up, but I said I wasn't watching anything during the state of play. I told you it was going to take me an hour and a half. Or not an hour and a half. I didn't say that. I said like 45 minutes to an hour. And it's an hour and a half to get through that. It takes me a lot longer. But it's worth it. It's worth it. So excited. Oh my God.